My dad was a pastor, and so I counted it a privilege to grow up in a Christian family. Took my first missions trip when I was 15. We went to Guatemala, and God at that point I feel is when He began to really plant seeds into me about missions and what that would look like and my love for kids. And so time went on, graduated from high school. Me and Georgiana fell in love. After I finished technical school, I got a job with Texas Instruments, and the people I worked with were about as heathen as they come. They had nothing to do with church. They thought I was weird for being a Christian. I never really saw myself in the full-time ministry like my parents, and that all was due to the fact I had a great job, I had a growing family. I felt like I had all the comforts that we needed and that we wanted, and my big fear was finances. I had seen my mom and dad go through some difficult times in their early days in their ministry. So that set a little seed of doubt in my heart. Okay, I always saw God provide for my mom and dad, but I was always like, will God provide for me in the same way? And so it came to a point where I had to deal with that, and I had to act on what I felt like God was putting in my heart for me and for my family. So we came to Costa Rica to learn Spanish and had one name of a pastor here in Costa Rica. We began to meet with him and have dinner with him and just sharing our heart about what God was calling us to do. And he began to share about the Abraham Project in the church. And at the time it was a fledgling church of about 40 or 50 members. And after several meetings and times of prayer together and separate, we decided to come alongside the Abraham Project. After we agreed to work with the Abraham Project, I told our pastor here that we would be going back to the States just for a period of time because we needed to raise support for long-term missions work. And so I went back to my job at TI, worked another 6 months, and on the weekends we were traveling to churches and friends and talking about what we were going to be doing. And at 6 months I walked in my boss's office again and told him that we were leaving for good. And that same group of heathen guys that used to make fun of me because of my faith, they literally took up an offering. It was once again God rising to the occasion saying, I'm going to be with you, I'll provide for you, and you have nothing to worry about. That's just one of many, many, many testimonies of how God's provided. That was my biggest fear in going to the mission field, but it's really the greatest source of encouragement and joy that I've had on the mission field is to watch God provide.